What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Cosmic Wonder. It looks like Phase 6 is not what we thought it was going to be, as Marvel Studios now has basically revealed all of their projects that are going to be coming between now and Avengers Secret Wars, basically giving us the entirety of Phase 6. And over the weekend, we had New York Comic-Con, NYCC, where Marvel Television and Animation had a panel, and they revealed a lot. We got the new Wonder Man trailer, we got some new information about Vision Quest, and it does sound like Wanda is going to be involved in some way, shape, or form. They've announced second seasons and third seasons for some Marvel animation projects, and some big characters have been announced to be returning, or at least making their MCU debut finally. So a lot to dive into. Let's take a look at Phase 6 of the MCU. So the next project coming is actually Wonder Man, coming January 27th of 2026, not too far away. They did release a teaser trailer and the official trailer for this show, and it does look like it's going to be incredibly meta. They're calling out superhero fatigue. They're calling out studios who make just a bunch of sequels, not even calling out the studios, but really just kind of poking fun at the entire situation, almost poking fun at themselves there, because yeah, I mean, at this point in time, all the studios are basically making sequels or remakes, but Wonder Man does seem like it is going to be fresh. At least it's going to be something new. They are really deviating from the origins of Wonder Man from the comics, but considering how the MCU has gone so far, they can't really do the exact origin because it involves Ultron, and it involves Hank Pym, it involves Tony Stark. So much has happened in the MCU where they can't really do the origin story from the comics for Wonder Man, so they've completely just decided to go full meta, and they are exploring the actor side of Wonder Man. So that is the next project, and then after that, we believe, is the Punisher special presentation. It's been said that it's coming out before Daredevil Born Again Season 2, which comes out in March. So we can expect the Punisher special presentation to come out in March as well. And based on everything that we've heard about this, it's pretty much going to pick up right where Season 1 of Daredevil Born Again left off. So the Punisher is going to break out of Kingpin's prison and go on a rampage, we assume. Then we go into Daredevil Born Again Season 2. And this weekend at New York Comic-Con, they announced Kristen Ritter is returning as Jessica Jones. Jessica Jones will officially be in the MCU. Kristen Ritter came on stage with Charlie Cox at New York Comic-Con, and they showed the trailer, which then Kristen Ritter herself kind of leaked online. I'm not sure how much we can show of that on here without getting copyright struck, but it's funny that Kristen Ritter, the actress who plays Jessica Jones, is the one who actually leaked some of the trailer, if not most of the trailer online. So we knew Daredevil was going to be forming a team, and Jessica Jones is a part of that team. I would not be surprised if we saw some others show up, like Iron Fist and Luke Cage, and perhaps even more. Fingers crossed. Then we got a really big update for X-Men 97. They announced Season 2 is going to release in summer of 2026, and then they have announced that Season 3 has been greenlit and is most likely going to be coming next year, because they've explained that for these shows, especially the animated shows, they want to make multiple seasons, releasing one season each year. So expect Season 2 in the summer of 2026, and then Season 3 probably again in the summer of 2027. Then we finally have another movie, Spider-Man Brand New Day, coming July 31st of 2026. And if you think about it, we're actually going a really long time without a Marvel movie. The last one that we got was the Fantastic Four First Steps that came out July 25th, 2025. Over a year later, we get Spider-Man Brand New Day. So when some people say, I don't think Marvel Studios would wait a whole year in between Avengers Doomsday and Secret Wars without doing a movie, they're already doing that. They're already waiting a year between the Fantastic Four First Steps and Spider-Man Brand New Day. And Marvel Studios television head Brad Winderbaum did confirm that the events of The Punisher and Daredevil Born Again Season 2 do lead into the events of Spider-Man Brand New Day. He said, don't expect the story to be, super heavily connected, but it will be connected. And basically, this is the MCU. It's all connected. That's what we want. That's why we love the MCU. We know the Punisher is going to be in Spider-Man Brand New Day. And recently, there's been a lot of talks of Matt Murdock, aka Daredevil, showing up in Spider-Man Brand New Day as well, since Brad Winderbaum just said that they do connect fingers crossed, that Daredevil shows up. So that's our next movie. Then we go into Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man Season 2. They have announced that this is coming fall of 2026, and they have also announced that a Season 3 is coming as well. Like I mentioned, probably a year later, so coming in 2027. Then we have Vision Quest. White Vision returns, the same Vision that was in the end of WandaVision in the finale, and they even showed some footage at New York Comic-Con. And Variety gave us a little bit of info about what they saw there. They stated, in the trailer, Bettany walks up to a white mansion and is greeted by human servants who are really just recreated AI programs. They include Jarvis, who was Tony Stark's AI program that later became Vision, Friday, who replaced Jarvis and was the AI assistant to Stark and Spider-Man, and Edith, the AI program in Stark's sunglasses in Spider-Man Far From Home. Spader reprises his role from Avengers Age of Ultron as the titular genocide AI, who Vision appeared to destroy at the end of the film, though it happened off camera. In addition to reappearing as Ultron, Spader was shown as a human in the trailer. And they also confirmed that Tommy, aka Speed, is going to be a character in the show, and he even said at some point in time, I have a family. And Ultron actually warns Vision about reconnecting to memories of Wanda in the trailer. So Wanda is definitely involved in this. We're probably going to see some flashbacks. Will Elizabeth Olsen return? We're unsure at the time, but one thing is for sure, they are setting up the Wanda Vision family. Vision has returned. We have Billy. We got him in Agatha all along, and Tommy's returning in this. Literally the only key missing is Wanda. So it seems like Marvel is building to this big family reunion. Then we have Avengers Doomsday. We've been getting a lot of information about Avengers Doomsday recently. A ton of characters are going to be in this. The Avengers, the X-Men, the Fantastic Four, the Wakandans, and probably a lot of different characters showing up from different parts of the multiverse. And we believe Avengers Doomsday is going to end with the destruction of the multiverse and the creation of Battleworld, which would make it rather hard to have some projects in between, because those projects would most likely have to take place on Battleworld unless they were set back in time. Because after Avengers Doomsday, the next thing we have that's confirmed is Avengers Secret Wars. Now, in between, we could get X-Men 97 Season 3, Daredevil Born Again Season 3, we could get Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man Season 3. These don't have release dates yet, but they have been confirmed to be happening. Will they appear in between? Well, it doesn't really matter for X-Men 97 or Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man because they don't take place in the MCU. Daredevil Born Again might not take place in between because if Daredevil is in Avengers Doomsday, or they're gonna continue, the big continuity of the MCU, then Daredevil Season 3 would probably have to address some things that happened in Avengers Doomsday. Either that or it would have to take place on Battleworld. So I'm assuming Daredevil Born Again Season 3, we don't actually get till 2028. I do think we get X-Men 97 and Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man in 2027 at some point in time, but as far as MCU projects, I don't think anything comes between Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars. The reason is we would have heard about it by now. Brad Winderbaum, the head of Marvel Television, has mentioned things like Nova, but they've stated Nova has been delayed, most likely pushed to after Avengers Secret Wars. Production companies have not been listed for any new projects from Marvel recently. Really, there are no signs that Marvel is doing anything in between Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars, which means this is our Phase 6 slate. They've even removed a release date that they had. It was once set for a untitled Marvel movie, but now it went to somebody else. So they don't even have that anymore. So this is our Phase 6 as far as we know it. Those are all the projects you can expect to come. After comes a lot with the reset of the MCU, the X-Men entering, the new X-Men team with an entirely new different cast, some new Avengers coming, the recasting of Iron Man and Captain America, Black Widow, and more. So a lot is coming after, but as far as Phase 6 is concerned, it's really not what we thought it was going to be. And that's widely due to the change of Kang, going from Kang to Doctor Doom, Robert Downey Jr. returning. They switched a lot of plans. So it's pretty basic. Not a lot of actual live action MCU projects that connect to the overall story of Doom, but perhaps that's exactly what Marvel wants. Perhaps they're setting up a lot in Spider-Man Brand New Day. Doomsday is obviously going to be the big one. And then Avengers Secret Wars is going to end the MCU as we know it. Let me know which project you are most excited for in the comments down below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe so you don't miss out on any of the latest news. And you can also find us on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and Snapchat. And as always, thank you all so much for watching. Woof woof.